Welcome to the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur Podcast. I want you to be rich. Yes, I want abundant financial success for your business. But I don't just care about your business making money. I care about you too. I want you to be rich in happiness, in the impact you make, in your relationships, and in how you give back. I'm Anna. I built my six-figure business as a side hustle while I was pregnant with my daughter in 2016. Now I've helped dozens of women do the same. I'm here to help you build a profitable, heart-centered, fully booked business with the latest tips on sales and visibility, with proven mindset hacks, and sneak peeks behind the scenes with what's working right now in the online space and in my business. Ready to make more money with heart? Let's go. Let's talk about how to sign clients without an audience. And the reason I want to do this is because so many women come into my 3-month coaching program, Get and Coach Your First Client, which is designed for the woman that's starting from scratch or in a season of transition and launching a new program or scaling with group programs, right? And we have this misconception that we are never quite ready to, in this program, I teach a 2-week launch, right? 2 weeks of getting clarity on your offer, on your niche, and then 2 weeks testing it out. And I hear so many women say, oh, I'm not ready for my launch yet. I need to audience build. I need to prepare. And while that's valid, and while some of my clients opt to do 2 weeks of prep instead of 1 week prep, like I suggest, I really think it's like this chicken and the egg, because while you are staying stuck, while you are putting off whatever shift you need to make in your business, whether it's to your ideal client or to the format of your program or your offer, while you're doing that, you are just losing so much opportunity on clarity and data. We think we need clarity before we take action, but really it's our action that gives us the clarity we need. So that's why I'm a huge fan of launching before you have an audience. I want to unpack that today, what it means, because I think it can be kind of confusing, right? Because long-term in your business, I believe it's so important to have an audience, right? Doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. If you don't have people to buy it, you don't have a business and you're not making money. Yes, I believe long-term you need an audience, but the fastest way to grow a big audience is with clarity. And you only get that clarity from working with paying clients. Let me say that again. Long-term, you need a massive audience, but the fastest way to build a massive audience is by having a lot of clarity. And you don't get that clarity in a vacuum. You get that clarity by coaching real clients. Does that make sense? I know you know what I mean, but I think it's worth saying it. And that is this reminder. So what do we do? In the program, a lot of coaching programs, you might be in there for 12 months working on your niche and your offer. Not in my programs. In my 12-week program, and the first week, we're knocking out your niche and your offer. You can always change it down the road. You can always change it 3 months from now. But for right now, for these 1 to 3 paying clients, what do you want your offer to look like? What do you want your niche to be? I am personally helping you decide that. Even though it's a course, I am there personally because I think most women get so stuck in their niche and offer. We are deciding that in the first week. Why? Because I noticed this thing, right? Whether you take 1 week to nail your niche and offer or whether you take 4 months, you're still not going to feel good about it. Nope, you're not. Sorry. Because it's always an experiment. It's always a guess. It's always marketing. So it's going to feel sticky for heart-centered women, right? We're never going to quite be sure if that's the right niche or the not. More time is not going to help. And so that's why I love encouraging you in 1 week to get clear on it. Then let's put it out to the world and see how it goes. If it doesn't go great, that's okay. We shift, we have the data, we launch again, and I'm still there with you in the 12 weeks, right? But I am such a fan of getting that clarity in the first week so that you can put it out there. You can spend 2 weeks getting visible. I think when people think about being consistent, they're like, oh, I have to commit to like 9 years or something, right? It really is 2 weeks. And when I say that, you don't even have to post every single day, right? But 2 weeks of putting your message and your offer in the same direction and seeing how it lands, seeing how it sticks. And I think that you don't need a big audience to do that, right? Like, again, if you wait till you have a big audience, you're going to be waiting forever. Like starting to get visible, starting to see what messages, what offers, what's clicking and resonating, what people are buying, that's what helps you grow the big audience. So that's why I recommend you join the program and you launch your coaching business before you have an audience, right? So what do? We can use other people's audiences, right? I share your stuff to my audience. A lot of clients have gotten that through my network and my audience, right? You can ask other people to share. You can show up in other people's Facebook groups, right? Like, again, you don't have to do much. Even if your reels aren't going viral, that's okay, right? Like, you're not looking to sign 19 clients right now. You're working to, make your first $5,000 in your business, serve your first 1 to 3 clients, right? And then from there, get the clarity you need to grow your audience with ease. So that's where it's like that chicken and the egg, but I really recommend not putting off, getting clear on your offer, your niche, and putting it out there, because launching without an audience can sign you a client or two. And then that client or two will give you not just the right words to say in your messaging, not just the clarity to know what got those 2 clients to buy, but it's also going to give you a lot of confidence. I've said it once, I'll say it again, but the best way to sign clients is to actually be doing work that you love. And so often when we're building our business, we're doing way more marketing than coaching. That's exhausting. And that's when you want to throw in the towel, because you're like, wait, I didn't really want to be a marketer. Ugh. I didn't really want to live on social media. Ugh, And so what's really neat about coaching your clients and getting paid for it is it's really inspiring. And you're like, oh, actually, I really like this, and I could actually do more of this. And so I wish I could just shake every heart-centered entrepreneur by the shoulder. So I'm doing that with you and just reminding you that don't wait until you're ready to get clear on your offer, to get clear on your niche, and to launch it. Okay. And when I say launch, I don't mean you have to like burn yourself out. I just mean you have to like low-key talk about it for 2 weeks. You can even batch the content in advance. If you're in your program, my program, that's what I do. I have you batch the 2 weeks of content ahead. I walk you through how to do that. I give you the Google Doc template. You share it with me. I proofread it for you and give you some feedback. Like, it's not a big deal. I've had so many women coming in and they're like, oh, is that what launching is? That wasn't that bad. And that was kind of actually fun and took off a lot of pressure, because now instead of having to be visible all month, I'm just like visible for 2 weeks and then I can take a break, right? Like, this is not a big deal. Like, you can do this, you can handle it, but it really comes with the willingness to put yourself out there before you feel ready, before you build a massive audience or any audience, right? Really reminding yourself that getting stuck in learning, in preparation, in overthinking, I get it. I did the same thing. I felt like I don't want to waste my time. So I want to like have this perfect offer and perfect message. And I probably took over 6 months not wasting time. Right? Instead of like you deciding in 1 week or in 6 months, you're going to feel the same way. So like, let's just do it now. Right? And allowing yourself to get into action mode, to do your first tiny baby launch, to sign your first few clients, and then knowing what people want, knowing the message that lands, knowing that the offer is working or not working, and responding to real humans, right? And creating that feedback loop that creates momentum, feeling confident, feeling like that small win, right? And like knowing that, oh, someone said yes. Oh, I'm making money. Like, that is what changes you forever. I always say, like, my goal in the program is to get you to sign 3 to 5 paying clients, but to know how you did it and to have this like rinse and repeatable way of doing it, right? And so again, focusing less on like, how do I grow my social media? How do I grow my audience? How do I build this big email list? And instead, how do I sign my next 2 clients? And how do I do just enough to make that happen? No more, no less. So that I can focus on being a good coach and setting up my business structures, like my payment system and everything that I walk you through in my program, right? But I really promise you, I know you're waiting on your messaging being clear, your content being clear, you're waiting to be more confident, to get visible and sign clients. But literally the fastest way to get your message clear and to create more resonant content and to find more confidence is by signing a client or 2. So the answer is no, you do not need a big audience. You do not need to be a social media superstar. You need to have willingness to start where you're at, to get visible, even when you're not as clear as you want to be, right? Even when you're still struggling with imposter syndrome. And that's why I love my program, Get Info, Coach Your First Client, because you're with other women that are saying the same thing. And you're like, oh, they're not confident too. Oh, they're still feeling wonky with their messaging too. And oh my gosh, oh, so-and-so just signed a client. Okay, now she's celebrating. Okay, that's accessible for me. Oh, now I'm signing my first client, right? Like, I think that community and having a coach in this era is just so useful because, again, I think when we say I need to grow my audience bigger, I really think a lot of times it's a way to keep us safe. And I get it. It's much safer to take action that is safe, right? That is more like, I remember at the start of my business, I realized like I'm downloading so many freebies. I'm consuming so many podcasts. 80% of my energy is I'm taking action, but it's passive action. It's consuming action. Really, it would be generous to say 20% of my action was creative action. But when I had that aha moment, I remember where I was in my apartment and I just flipped it. And I was like, I think I want to create 80% and I want to consume 20%, right? I need to shut off the noise. I need to stop scrolling on social media, consuming podcasts. Yes, it's great to learn. Of course, we always want to be self-improving, but for a little era, I know enough. I know enough to sign my next 1 to 3 clients, right? I know enough. And so going into that so we have enough energy. We only have a finite amount of energy. And if we're using it, consuming and journaling and overthinking and right, like that's just not the best use of your time. And know that in another chapter, maybe you'll be doing something else. But right now, 80% pure creativity, connection, visibility, putting yourself out there. And again, don't do this alone. Don't do this alone. I'm talking to my former self who did this alone for far, far too long. Okay, sending you a big hug. And I would love to invite you to join the Getting Coach waitlist. If you'd like 3 months of my support, signing clients immediately in your first few weeks. And then once you do, then in the second half of the program, you can focus on growing your audience for longer term results, but you'll have way more clarity and you'll have way more passion and you'll have way more excitement. If you want to learn exactly how I walk you through this in the 12 weeks, it's a simple 12-step program, but I am there live coaching you personally. Please sign up for my free 20-minute workshop. It will teach you the one strategy I teach to help you sign your 3 to 5 clients in those 12 weeks. I hope you watch it. I hope you join me, and I hope you sign up for a 10-minute clarity call with me. If you want to ask me any questions personally, I'm here to support you. Sending you a big hug, and I hope that you join the summer cohort.
Thanks for hanging out today. Please hit that subscribe button so you can make sure to stay updated anytime a new episode drops. And I would love for you to join me in my free Facebook community. It's called The Heart-Centered Entrepreneur. We discuss the podcast episodes. I regularly go live and do free trainings. And you may even meet your newest biz bestie. So you can join at heartcenteredcommunity.com. It's absolutely free, and I cannot wait to see you in there.